Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a Midrank Madness game sent to Sniper Monkey at the email address in the description. He watched every single one. There were like 18 of them. So, if you send them to Sniper Monkey, I guarantee he'll watch them and let me know which ones are the best. Top left, we've got ourselves a red Protoss. It is myself. And in the bottom right, we have RainingBlood, who's a blue Zerg player who just went pool first. Okay, this is interesting already. Pool first at the lower leagues? Probe scouting? Are you going to probe scout myself? Maybe not. Maybe you're confident in your gateway expand, but if early lings show up, it can throw it off very, very nicely. Alright, so here we are on Berlingrad, the map with dogs. Hello, dog. How's everything going? Yes, I know. There's nothing for you to eat over here, but are there stuff to eat for dogs on this map? Are they slowly starving to death? Oh, man, a 2-gate opening. All right, man, so your early pool here has been countered, Mr. RainingBlood. 6 lings on the way. Dog in your mineral line. Drones can pass through it. It's not a gateway expand. 2 gas, though. So, gateway, cyber core. This is a PvP build. Maybe he doesn't know that he's playing a PvZ. We'll have to see. Hello, other dog. Hope you're not starving to death. Alright, so he sees the Overlord. Oh, checking for a third base. Okay, so checking for a third base. So he knows it's a PvZ, but this is a PvP build, huh? Lower leagues are weird. That's why I like to cast these games. So if you have a Midrank Madness game, which just means it is Platinum, Gold, or Diamond, send it to Sniper Monkey at the email address in the description with the subject of Midrank Madness. A Roach Warren off of 1 base. So the probe says, huh, early pool, gas, and a Roach Warren. Speeds on the way. All right, Adepts, don't get surrounded. Let's see your micro. He's like, oh, dang it, there's not a Nexus for me to kill. Okie doke, up the ramp we go. Oh my god. Okay, so first Adept dead. And second Adept also dead. All right, so let's see how myself gets out of this. Probes? Probes are decent fighters against Zerglings and always have been, dating back to 1998 when Brood War was released. And stacking up the probes. Okay, so, oh man. Zerg player, no! Alright, well. God, that wasn't worth it at all. That was 10 Zerglings down. I guess 5 probes died. And 2 Adepts. Resources lost are 500 for myself and 250 for RainingBlood, but he needed to get more done with that. I would have liked to see him maybe go after the pylons instead. Look at this. He's like, Zealots this time. They're better fighters. Get them at the entrance here so that they can't be surrounded. But he knows there's roaches on the follow-up. I don't know about this either. Are there actually roaches on the follow-up, Falcon? Maybe you should check that. Nope. He made a Roach Warren. He's not making any of those at all. He's got Speedlings. And he's getting a Baneling Nest. So this is, boy golly, this is some absolutely aggressive Zerg coming out of here from RainingBlood. Hit that like button if you enjoy some aggressive Zerg play. I'm a big fan of it myself. I find that at my level, which is like Diamond 2-ish or so, the aggressive Zerg player is very hit and miss and mostly miss. Just because Protoss scout you, they show up with a probe when you're like, don't mind me, I just have a Baneling Nest at 2 minutes. They're like, mental note, Baneling Nest at 2 minutes. Extra wall, go, go, go. Get some oracles out, stop those Banelings, and then they're fine, right? So, a really good Protoss who sees this is just like, not worried at all, but this might not be quite that level. So here come a bunch of Speedlings. How many lings do we have? 22. So we need 4 lings per zealot. So yeah, we're good. Got enough lings to win this thing. Oh, with 2 adepts, that changes the equation, though, pretty effectively. So we're going to make some Banelings, which I think myself caught a glimpse of this. It's like some lings ran in there, and then they backed out. That's not good for me. So maybe pull back to the ramp. Maybe have to sack the natural. Maybe have to do that. More drones coming in. RainingBlood isn't just going crazy 1 base all-in stuff here. He is pretty all-in. But he's also droning, so hey, that's nice. Oh, split the Zealots! I did not split the Zealots! And then the Lings, maybe enough to clean that up. he decides it's not. He's like, no, it's not. Even though this Adept and the Zealot are basically dead, and you have to deal with 2 Zealots and an Adept with 17 Lings. That's a win. That's a fight you can win. RainingBlood backs out. He doesn't feel like he did enough. He's not taking the risk. He's waiting for some roaches to fight with, which I can respect. He's like, okay, those Lings can fight in the next battle when I have some roach support, which will be better, rather than they just dying, and then I just have roaches and no Ling support. So Roach Ling can work together pretty well in most situations. Got some shield batteries coming in because obviously, why wouldn't you get shield batteries when you've already been Ling rushed and Baneling rushed in the first 5 minutes of a game? RainingBlood, if he wants to play this macro-y, I'd love to see him get a 3rd base. We're about 5.5 minutes. It's way past the normal time to get a 3rd, but you've been so aggressive and you kept the Protoss kind of slow that it's fine. But getting a 3rd base would be awesome right now. Shield batteries indicate there's not really an intent for myself to move out. Not that you can see this because the Overlord is perched not at the perching spot, which is closer to here. And by that I mean right here. Is that actually high ground? I think it is. Maybe not. Maybe it's too low. I've not played a PvZ on this map. Anywho's a Rooney. There's a Stargate coming in because why not get a Stargate? Oh, is this on the previous patch? I'm pretty sure this is on the Void Ray patch, not the current one where Void Rays got nerfed a little bit. Yeah, not that. And that's the thing about these Roach, Roach Ling, Roach Ravager style attacks is that 2 Void Rays kind of just wins. Even 1 Void Ray can do a pretty good job cleaning this up. So army value is 32 to 34. The benefit of shield batteries is going to become apparent here very soon indeed. The roaches don't have speed. We've got a lair, but what are we using the lair for? Nothing, honestly. He got a lair to not get roach speed. He got a lair to not get an infestation pit, or even Overlord speed. He's not doing anything with it. He's not getting Baneling speed either. So yeah, he got a pretty fast lair, all things considered, and then is doing absolutely nothing with it. Oh, he got Overlord speed, but he didn't need a lair for that, so alright, fine. Fine. Overlord speed cruising for a bruising. Adept harass a little bit here. Only a Queen left to fight against her. And Queen in the main base going to have to fill the same role here. Overseer up. Changeling goes in. And trying to bait him out. He's like, come out here. This is what I'm talking about! This is exactly what I'm talking about. Where you're like, I've got some Banelings for you, Protoss. And they're like, Force Fields! And then you didn't have any Ravagers, and you are very sad. This was sadder when you couldn't make Ravagers because they didn't exist. Are you seriously just still killing stuff over here? 8 total kills? Dude, 9 drones have died. If you weren't fighting the Queen, this would go a little bit better for you, myself. But all in all, not too terrible. And once again, RainingBlood is forced to come back home because Force Fields are too good for him. Yeah, this is going really poorly for the certain player. Going for more Void Rays, supply blocked, unfortunately. Getting additional Stargates here, too, on Twilight Council. Got some pylons to fix that supply block issue. And hey, we're getting Roach speed. Look at that. Baneling speed would be nice if you're making Banelings, but what do I know? What do I even know about such things? Oh, look, a 3rd base at 8:30. Okay, fine. Again, crazy late, but your opponent's not on 3 bases yet, so that's a bonus. Void Rays looking good with their skin here. Forget what it is, but it's part of the, Borderlands cell-shaded appearance they gave to these ones. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we're just going all Voids all the time, which, you know what? Great. Mass Void Ray is very hard for a lower level Zerg player to deal with. Because even if you get, Hydras out, or Queens, the Voiders just run away. The Void Rays are here, and you're like, Queens, aha! And then they're just like, nope, and they loop around here, and they go on your main, and then you show up there, and they loop out again, and you just can't pin them down with anything. They're so stupid fast. Very, very annoying and frustrating to deal with. But again, at the professional level, they just deal with defending them. Just defend, 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 and then you move out with a big army, and if you have too many Void Rays, they suck at base defense, because you can't run from that, right? You're like, oh, my natural's going to die unless I defend with these Void Rays. Oh, well, guess they're dead now because there's 37 Hydras, and I don't have any splash damage, right? That happens sometimes. So additional gateways getting tossed up. Got ourselves Zealot Charge researched here from myself. Additional pylons. We never get supply block. Oh, I got supply block. So we kind of never get supply blocked again. That's what these pylons are for. Zealot says, is there a third base? There is. There's no saturation at it whatsoever. We're still on Roach Baneling. Oh, we're getting some Hydras. Okay, some Hydras are in production now, so we are making use of the lair more at this point. Centrifugal hooks would be super, super good at this stage, but it's fine. It's fine. Definitely weird game. I mean, the fact that Protoss is making Mass Void Ray is not all that weird, but was forced into making a bunch of Zealots and stuff that... I mean, honestly, at this stage, it's 78 to 41 supply. If you just kind of A-moved with all your Zealots, I think you just win. There's like 4 Banelings here. And Hydras are bad against Zealots. So I guess maybe waiting for Charge to finish. But yeah, I mean, this is a take your Void Rays, take everything you have, put it into 1F2, A-move with it, and you're pretty much going to get a victory here. I really don't see how Zerg survives that. But the way that Zerg can survive it is just potentially... Nice snipe on that Changeling, just allowing him to get more stuff, right? He's making more Banelings now. Making more Zerglings, so his army value is getting a lot bigger. But as far as what can shoot up here, it's 4 Hydras versus 6 Void Rays. Look, Hydras are good, but they're not that good. They're not that impressive. So here goes myself. He's got his charge up. I like it a lot. He's at 86 to 59 total army supply. Like, this should just be a dead third. Oh, yeah. So it's a dead third. I mean, whether or not this is GG, I don't know. But snipes it, backs out. Myself's like, we're good. That's all we needed. Your third base is toast. I, myself, am getting a third base. And then you just tap out. That's all you got to do. Little, you know, pieces of damage, big bits of damage. Actually, I think that blocks replacing the hatchery. Like, I understand the impulse to throw it on the creep tumor here, but that's in the way of where the hatchery needs to go. So that's annoying for RainingBlood here. Yeah, he's making Hydras, which is the right thing against Void Rays, especially if you're going to be aggressive with them. But how many Hydras do we need is the question. We need more than 12, I would say. And he's doing that. He's trying to make more. He's getting upgrades for them, which is very nice, too. Très bien. Fully saturated on gas on both bases. His third base is still not... Here, this is just... StarCraft is an economic game a lot of the time. Like, a lot of the time. And a Zergling has to kill. Has to kill the creep tumor. And blow up the third base, gets replanted at 12:45. So, yeah, a fully 3-basing Protoss player against a literal 2-basing Zerg that doesn't have a third yet at all. When it's 54 to 39 workers and the army value is 96 to 69, it's just not... the Protoss could maybe just go, like, mass disruptor and lose because the Zerg player is making mass Mutalisk, right? Or something dumb like that, but that's not what's happening here. Myself is too smart for that. He's not going to allow it to happen. He's making carriers, but he's got a nice little force of Zealots, Void Rays. Probably a couple Stalkers in there, yep. Sentries, Adepts. So he can't be taken off guard that way. Mass Mutalisk not going to do super well with it. So even oversaturating his third base here, that's how many workers he has. That's how up he is on this thing. RainingBlood's like, oh, my third base is going to come here eventually. It's a very, very slowish kind of Zerg player here, right? What is his APM on average? About 70? Yeah, not super great, but I like making a million Banelings. To see how the force fields are, the Zealots are in a lot of trouble. Potentially a very big world of trouble here entirely. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. Do like the music in StarCraft 2. It's great. It's timeless. It's wonderful. StarCraft 2's been out for almost 10 years now. 12 years now, sorry. It's way past 10 years. Storm's on the way because if you can do Storm, you're going to get to Diamond as a Protoss. I kind of feel like if you research Storm and know how to use it, you're pretty much going to do very well in all matchups and make it to Diamond. Past there, you need some more things, but Storm is kind of the key to make it there. Myself's working on a 4th base, while the Zerg player is maybe thinking about it. Am I being too generous if I say he's probably thinking about it? He's at 40 workers at 14 minutes. He's only lost about 9 drones, so he has not been droning all that much here. He's really falling into the typical Zerg trap at this level of making too much army and not doing anything with it. I know this is difficult to hear, but Zerg players, you gotta make your armies the second you need them. If you're planning on being aggressive, sure, go low econ, make a ton of units, go fight, win, kill stuff. But if you're not doing that, then drone your face off until you have 90 drones and then make an army. Or drone your face off until a big army is coming to kill you and then make an army to defend. This whole thing of I've got 40 workers and a pretty decent army is never going to work. It's not the intended playstyle for Zerg. It's never going to win games at this level or any of the higher levels. You really just have to macro your face off as much as you can, drone until the very last second, and then once you see this army heading across, then you make a ton of stuff. Or you get up to 90 workers and then make a big army. Those are your choices. Myself just casually killing all the destructible rocks on the map, which is generally what the Zerg player does. But I guess if you want to attack from kind of an unbeknownst angle here, this is not bad. All right, man, all these lings are definitely dead. I mean, these are 0-0 zealots, but here come the banelings to change the equation here. Hydra's doing some work. Oh, actually, is that a carrier down? Ow, ow. All of a sudden, the Hydras are working. They're putting, oh yeah, that's a dead carrier. The Void Rays can't fight against this number of Hydras. And they're in here to snipe down buildings. No more Hydras for you. No more Queens for you either, I guess. And no more, oh, no more Lair for you is such a tough thing to deal with. Finish it off. Get it. No, where are you? Yes, okay, so it's dead. A lot of Void Rays died for that. He's just gonna stand in and take it. He could run. He could run with them, but he decides, nah. He's actually probably has a recall available too. Could have recalled him out. Meanwhile, a Roach counterattack. Oh yeah, Roach counterattack with no Overseer support. Oh, there is an Overseer in the general neighborhood. That's good. But look, oh, look at this kiting. Look at this kiting. Speed Roaches kiting. Beautiful stuff. I don't know why you killed your own pylon there. That was probably a misclick from myself. So armor value is down to 69 to 73. So you know what? That was a cost-efficient trade for RainingBlood for sure, especially killing all of those Void Rays for effectively nothing. The problem for RainingBlood here is he's not replacing his main base, which is you need to build a hatchery here at least. There you go. So your buildings don't die. And there's a 4th base done for RainingBlood with, again, no saturation on it whatsoever. Myself's 4th base has 7 probes at it, which is good. Got some idle probes on up here in the main base, some more saturations in the natural base. Getting those sent down to your new 4th base will really help you win future games too. So, ooh, Lurkers coming in. So Lurkers are on the list of units that are really good at the high levels, but also probably better at the low levels, right? Lurkers, DTs, Disruptors, Psionic Storm, Carriers, right? It's all on a list of things that are extremely, extremely good on the lower levels. Better than they are, even at the professional level. Oh my gosh. We're rigging Infestors and getting Neural Parasite. RainingBlood, you madman. I had written you off as a kind of bad Zerg player who doesn't use spellcasters at all, which there are many of those on the ladder. Kind of myself included there. So, interesting. If he gets a successful Neural Parasite off today, I'm going to absolutely explode. I will explode with joy. That's going to be amazing. I mean, it's not going to be enough to win the game. But, like, a Neural Parasite on 1 or 2 of these carriers would just be like, mind exploded. Carrier count is currently 7. There are only 2 Infestors. And only 14 Hydras. So, like, the carriers have 1/1/1 upgrades. It's missile attack level 2 and 2 armor for the ground carapace. Okay. RainingBlood's got some Hydra, Roach, Ravager style upgrades going, making more Hydralisks. So here's a lesson that RainingBlood maybe hasn't learned yet, wherein effectively you can't go Hydras against critical numbers of carriers. You can do it if it's like 6 to 7 carriers, right? Hydras do really well against 6 to 7 carriers. And there are 7 of them now. But once it turns into 12 to 14 to 15 carriers, your Hydras all just die so fast, it's hard for them to kill much of anything. Even if you have like all nothing but Hydras. It's a weird, kind of a weird setup. So, let's see where this thing goes. Zealots sharking around the outside. This is usually a raiding party of like 6 to 8 Zealots. This is a lot. This is the whole army, actually. So 30 Zealots. That's the comp here. 30 Zealots, 8 carriers, 3 High Templar, a Mothership. We're waiting for the Mothership to join us, maybe? No, that's for base defense, I guess. All right, here we go. RainingBlood. Gonna try to engage here. Charge lots. Rah! Good against the Hydras, bad against the Banelings. Oh, yeah, these poor Zealots. They don't have any upgrades either. No armor or attack upgrades whatsoever. Disruptor hits are so good, though. Oh, good Disruptor hit there. And then see, this is what I'm talking about. Hydra's pretty good against smaller numbers of carriers. This is right on that edge. There's 7 of them in that army. I think there's an 8th one that just popped. Yeah, 8th one there. And then, oh, did he recall over to, ah, sick recall, bro. And then maybe actually kill stuff? I don't know. Here's a thought. Time Warp goes down. Sniping the Overseer seems like a pretty smart idea and does get one of them. Ah, crap. The Mothership died. Okay, so never mind. Cloaking doesn't matter anymore. Carriers. Oh, 1 carrier down. And then you can't chase me anymore because I'm abusing the fact that you can't fly. Excellent. So just la 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 la. Casual carrier control. Sitting at 70 workers. I got a 5th base coming up down the bottom left here. Carriers trying to kill, I don't know, an extractor. Queen down. Bouncing around back over this way. This is another reason why Corruptors are a better answer to carriers than Hydralisks are. Much reason. Much reason here. Alright. Ooh, the Hydras get right under you, did ya? Ow, ow, ow. I can't tell what's happening. Oh, all the Hydras are dying. That was happening. Great. 222 upgrades on these carriers, by the way. Little tankier. Oh, nice target fire on that wounded carrier. Hot moves. 4 carriers have died. Just kinda... Meanwhile, more charge lots into the 3rd base. Killing more and more drones. They're probably not going to be able to get the hatchery because of the Hydra response, but the Hydra response means they're not responding to these carriers, and they're just casually killing stuff. 8 kills, 8 kills, 11 kills, 8 kills on that one, too. Extractors going down with gas left in them. The horror. And why are you focusing that spore? The Hydras are the bigger threat. That was weird target firing from myself. All right. More carriers have joined the party. This is like a very, very slow bleed out here from RainingBlood. He's down to 15 drones. What? When did he lose that many workers? Relatively recently, I would guess. Look at this. He's got lurkers. It doesn't matter. What's killing him is carriers. So if you're a Protoss player who's struggling against lurkers because they're really good, just do what myself did here and make carriers. Ow. I think if he just kind of stood and fought, he'd do better than this running away thing. But that is a lot of Hydralisks. That is 20. Rebuild them interceptors. We've got 81 of them, though. Casually kill the hive. His bases are not getting replaced either. And zealots. These are not even upgraded. Okay, they've got +1/+1 now. See? Lurker. Lurker paying for itself here. Maybe actually going to save this base. Possibly. Oh, look at that. Lurker. 4 kills. Still not bringing detection with us on these little zealot run-bys. I'm not sure that myself is paying attention to that. Zealot run-bys are kind of intended to not be paid attention to, but there's 9 carriers. 7 of them have gone down. So, I mean, honestly, impressive display of carrier killing here from RainingBlood, but he's only got 6 drones left. And, I mean, this lurker can only do so much to keep this 3rd base alive. And the 4th base isn't getting replanted anytime soon. And the natural base is getting replanted, which is great. But there's not many resources there anyway, and it doesn't matter. So myself just has a massive econ advantage. And he's sending more zealots into the third. He knows there's a lurker here, right? Myself, you're probably watching this. Let me know in the comments if you were aware there was a lurker here and he just didn't care, because that guy's got 8 kills. He's doing all right. Carriers just la 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 la, killing overlords. Really hard to supply block RainingBlood right now because he's down to exactly 20 supply. And that's it. That's your GG. Myself is your winner. With a very, very, very stubborn Zerg player who saw carriers and was like, I don't want to build corruptors. Was this me? That's kind of how I deal with carriers, is I'm like, I'll make some Hydras maybe, but I'm not making corruptors. I don't like making corruptors. They're boring. And then I make Somicron make corruptors, and then sometimes it works out for us. Sometimes it does. Anywho, yeah, man. I mean, these carriers, though, 18 kills on that one. Only 3 boring. 10 kills on that one. An 18-kill carrier is pretty good. Pretty good there. And yeah, just never lost a base. Good force fields on the early attacks. RainingBlood might be one of those players who like 12 pulls every game. And if that doesn't work, he goes for a Baneling Bus. And if that doesn't work, he goes for Roaches. And then he's kind of lost. He doesn't know how to macro. He doesn't know how to drone up to a huge, scary drone number and make a giant maxed out army. He was never maxed out once in this game, I don't think. I'm not sure that myself was either, actually, but maybe he was. But end of the day, yeah, you kill 5 hatcheries, a hive, and a lair, you're probably going to win the game. And no Nexus has died either. So that is the stat of the game. Resources lost are 26,000 for myself and 29,000 for RainingBlood. And at the end of the day, that's a GG. So well done myself getting the win against the hated gross Zerg. And that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Midrank Madness. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
The path of ascension is before us.